What's going on, YouTube? It's Hassans here, coming at you with a Mythgard deck profile. Today we're going to be looking at Yellow Purple Aggro. It's a great deck. It's a good budget deck to start your rank climb with. I like it. It's been having very fun with it. It's been having a lot of success with it. And yes, so without further ado, let's get started. Alright, first we got a Coliseum of Strife. Which is a great path. It starts you with 4 life, so you already 4 starting life, and then you get 1 energy when one of your minions kills another minion in combat. So you hit the machines up, you grab an energy. At sundown, if you have 3 energies, you can spend 3 energy to draw a card and give 1/1 to if it's a minion. Which is great because you're making small 1-cost creatures more, making your commando a 3/3 now, making Duper 1/3 to start with, and then you give the power. So it's great for doing starting things. And also, if you go second, you can get a 1/1 and additional energy. So you already starting off. So you can drop your some of your creatures off early on and get get a good damage. It's a great thing to start with. And then as for the power and smite, because we use low cost creatures, we're doing a lot of we'll have a lot of leftover mana. So this is just to keeping the consistent damage going back and forth. You're up against. You can, if it's a mirror, you can get more defensive on it. If it's not, you can make it more aggro. Next, you put it down turn 1, turn 2, you got a 2/2 beater, and then 2/1 beater. And then you can drop your buffs, get them nicely going. But he's good to go. He's good to put something on the board. Good to have cover your lanes. And then it's a really great card for 1 drop. So then we have Magpie Commando, which is a 1 drop with 2/2 pierced and focus. This is going to be your main exchange, one of your main exchange cards. He's great for handling exchanges. Focus 1 allows him to deal more damage to the enemy and get a lot and clear up the lanes, but also it does additional damage to when we attack into the player as well. And piercing lets you get through a lot of the pesky armored opponents. So he's really well, buffing him up, get him down for 1 cost. You can force the exchanges out, and it helps with Coliseum of Strife and Coliseum of Strife to get you that exchange, to get you that generate going, so you can keep drawing cards. You keep getting the buffs. You keep getting the energy from the Coliseum of Strife. Insta Beast is a great buff. It's going to help with a lot of your win cons. It's a 4/4 drop, 4/4 for 4 with 2 gems. It's going to buff up your creatures. It has a lot of synergy with a lot of decks. You're going to talk about, such as Zenobia Fire and Jade Puma. It's great. 4/4, nice spell. Help buffs up your creatures. You can get it down early on turn 4. Put it on the creature, deal on damage. Your opponent's gonna be in a lot of trouble. Racing in the Shadow is a dual sense card. It can be a quick exchanger, but also it can be something you can do quick damage early on. If you go turn 2 with Coliseum of Strife, you already are making him a 3/2. So that's 3 damage down to your opponent. Put your opponent down, already at advantage, because the name of the game is damage every turn. And so you want to make sure you're dealing out some kind of damage each turn. And so Race of Shadow is a great way to drop him on the far lane, drop him on an empty lane, go right in. Smoothing is a great 1 drop. He brings out a healing potions if you get bigger creatures. And you do exchanges and you lose your health. Recovering 3 health can be a big difference in the game. It can make your threats still keep being a viable threat. Besides, so that's great. Also, too, it helps against cards that has blight. It helps against stuff like that, where health recovery is a very, very strong thing in the deck, and it's good to help keep your Snowy, your Fire, and your Jade Pumas alive as well. Sniffers are great. This is how you're going to cycle through your deck and grab your cards that you need. With Swift, you can additional move action. You can move left and right lane and find an open lane to attack and find open lane to attack into, and get your breach to trigger your breach. Being able to look at top 3 cards of your deck, find your pieces you need for your win con, and then go ahead or find the cards you need to keep up the pressure. He also has focus 1, so when he's attacking, he does one more damage, which is great. Axeman is a great clearer too. He can clear down the cheap low cost minions with his 1 damage, his awaken ability, but also he can very much be happy with exchanges. So you can look at him doing 4 damage, right? Doing 1 damage when he comes out, but also if it's like a pest, even if you got 4 health minion on the opposite side, he can pretty much handle that creature. Juice is an awesome spell. If you're swarming the board, you need a radio buff, and this is the thing that covers that, because it gives 3/3 to 3 lanes, and it gives a moves action, so you can shift your lane. Let's just say, for example, you have some pesky defenders in certain lanes. You can put them on a character, on your cards, and then move the cards to a more available open lane, and then continue your attack. Nobody of Fire is the quote-unquote boss of the deck. He's great. He's a really great card. He has stealth, so when he comes out, people won't really know what he is unless you're familiar with the deck you're using. He has Agile, but his main ability to claim the fame is his breach ability, which says every time you deal damage, you get a flame scroll that does 4 more damage. So essentially, he does when he attacks, he does 5 damage, 1 for this and then 4 from the spell. With 2 of them, you can do 8 damage. That's 10 damage. You can see how if you get him out early on turn 3, and they don't have any defense on them, you can steamroll your opponent very quickly with his damage. I won't be surprised if there's some kind of balance change to him soon, where they're like changes the damage or higher the cost of his card, because he is a really great card that's helping a lot of people climb the ladder with purple. Pinnacle of Flavors is another great card that you can use for the clear, for defensive, for control, for a little bit of a control aspect, so to speak, where you get +1 armor, focus 2, regen, slayer 4, blast 5. So combine this with one of your low cost creatures, you can go in there and blast 5 attacks with beings in both different opposite lanes. So if you do have pesky lane blockers, you can get them out the way with this blast 5. But also, if you have give it some fire, you can deal damage and do blast 5 and still get the scroll out. So it's a great addition to have an answer to 1, the mirror match, 2, pesky defenders, and then 3, it help clear other lanes just in case you're having trouble getting that significant difference down there. Last but not least, you have Jade Puma, who is an amazing great card too, as well as Lurker and Agile. Since he has Lurker, he can't be attacked unless ever blockers before Lurker, so you can put him next to other small lower cost creatures that you want to exchange with, and then buff him up, have him go in, have him strike hard, and hopefully get that consistent damage going on. So that's pretty much the deck. It's great. It hits hard. It hits fast. Swift, and yeah. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna show y'all a couple of gameplay tips of it, and show you a couple of gameplay tips of it to show you how the deck in action, and check this thing out.
say you don't understand how I play. I am on my way to win you over and over, yeah. Oh, you can hear my voice in your head, and you wanna hear it again. So I do what I want when I want. They are jealous of me. I do what I want when I want. They are jealous of me. I do what I want when I want. They are jealous of me. They are jealous of me. I do what I want when I want. They are jealous of me. I do what I want when I want. They are jealous of me. I do what I want when I want. They are jealous of me. Later, see you later. I'm about to blow this. Later, see you later. I'm about to blow this. Later, see you later. I'm about to blow this. I'm about to blow this. Later, see you later. I'm about to blow this. I'm about to blow this. Later, see you later. I'm about to blow this.
Okay, now you've seen the deck in action. That's what shows you the deck does. It's great. As you can see, there was a lot of times where like I just had total control of the game. And then I want to show sometimes where I show you like also too some of the times when there was a little bit struggle in the deck and show you that sometimes maybe it has misplays there and show you how there's so much room for this deck and so much room to change up and things you can possibilities you can do with this deck. But thank you guys. I hope y'all enjoyed the deck. I hope it helped y'all grind up. I hope it helped y'all climb the ranks. Hope y'all found some insight from it. Any issues, comments? Please let me know in the comments down below. If you like this video, please do hit that like button. If you want to see more deck profiles for me, please hit the subscribe button. But please, yeah, comment down below. Let me know how you feel about the video. Yeah, how would you change about it? What would you make? What would you add to it? Do you think it's a good? Do you think you like it? Do you think you probably try something different? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you guys.